Now we're talking.
Welcome to the saddle.
That's right. Happy holidays to all the baseball fans out there just starved for actual baseball action. At least the hot stove is percolating.
Yes, it is. Man, big numbers.
Man, a lot of money. The thing I don't get, and I see it on Facebook all the time now, particularly on Boston pages, is people who are like, I'm glad they didn't pay him. Way too much, way too long. And I'm like, not your money. Right?
Right.
I mean, do I think Bogarts is going to be worth 30-some million 10 years from now? Well, no, of course not. But
yeah, it's an 11-year deal. Was that what I read?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But do you think because they didn't spend that money that parking rates are going to go down at Fenway Park next year or something? Like, it's not how it works, man. It's not your money. Why do you care?
Do they even have parking at Fenway? I'm trying to remember.
Look, I'm biased, right? I'm so biased as a Yankee fan, but I went there once. Man, what a hole! All the seats are tiny and they're angled weird and they're cast iron, so you can't adjust it. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2", 250, right? Like I need a little room, but
the only game I saw there, there was a very prominent pole in my
right.
Yeah, partly that was due to my socioeconomic status then and currently.
Well, but the first game I ever saw, MLB game live, was in the old Tiger Stadium, and we were in upper deck right field, and I was right behind a gigantic pillar that covered home plate. So the ball would come in and then ricochet out. It looked like computer baseball from back.
There you go, man. Right? I bet you got pretty good at picking up the sound though, right? That game.
And I did it all wrong because I'm a Yankee fan and they were chasing the Tigers in the East back then. So I was rooting against Detroit, the home team, even though my whole family or everyone there was from Michigan. And they had just gotten into first place. And so the place was absolutely rocking. And this was 87. So the year they traded John Smoltz for Doyle Alexander, but at the time, the place was rocking. They were playing the Twins, and it was Joe Niekro's first game back off the Emery board suspension.
Oh,
and they tuned him up.
And
any Tiger fan with an Emery board had brought it to shake at him, and so it was a party. And they won, I think, 8-0. I'll have to look up the box score. But it was a party, and I was a sourpuss the whole game, my first MLB game, because I was rooting against the home team and 40,000 screaming Tiger fans, and I couldn't even see home plate. So, what are you going to do?
Anyway. Yeah.
But the Tiger...
sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying Teno took a little offense to.
Yeah, I figured as much. It's good to see him. And believe you me, we are going to tie all these threads together. So... tonight on the Eternal Baseball Podcast, we have the Seattle Mariners at the Detroit Tigers. And normally we play as the home team, but we're taking this as a bit of a challenge tonight because the Mariners were 7-6, and they've had a rough go of it in the first 2 seasons of Eternal Baseball. And now they've dropped 10 in a row. So they're 7-16, and they needed some help. And our friend Teno is one of our biggest supporters of the whole Eternal Baseball project and the biggest Tiger fan. So I reached out to him, happened to be online at the same time, reached out to him Friday night and said, hey, do you want to set the lineup for the Tiger game on Sunday night? And he said, yeah, absolutely. I shared him the relevant numbers, he crunched the numbers, gave me a beautiful lineup. And he's with us today in the comments over there. So if he wants somebody pulled or somebody warmed up or, whatever. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Evil, Rob's doppelganger. Evil
Didn't
doppelganger.
take long, did it? Man, that's right off the bat. They are waiting for us now.
Back in 72. Let's see. Tino's wrote something else here. 2-run. Wow, that's
There you
pretty
go.
cool.
When I was pubbing up today's game, I shared it with a group that's like fans of the 1968 World Champion Tigers, and who isn't, truly. And so I put it up and said, "Hey, check it out, Tigers Mariners tonight, live." Da, da, da. And they killed the post and said, "Hey, we liked your stuff, but we only like the 68 Tigers." And so I resubmitted it to them and said, "Norm Cash, Mickey Lolich, John Hiller, and several of the 68 Tigers and their Tiger teammates take on the Mariners tonight." And I don't think I think they declined to post that one too. So
wow,
very specific there.
Yes. Well, can't please everyone, I guess.
Isn't that the case? So anyway, we're glad to be back. We're going to be hosting Mariners at Tigers. Some teams are actually changing lineups a little bit now. Some of the struggling teams, especially, and I've been helping along with that a little bit. And we're going to see some of that tonight. So George Mullen, who's been okay but not great for the Tigers, is going to take a seat, and Justin Verlander is going to get his first start of the year. So
nice.
That's how good the staff is. That Verlander was a swingman. But he's coming in. And then for the Mariners, Jamie Moyer has been getting lit up, man. Like if there was a tilt sign on his head, it would be flashing. So he's out, and the Big Maple James Paxton is up from their minor leagues. Again, this is James Paxton at his prime, getting called up. So first start of the season for both guys. So
all right.
So anyway, that's what we got going on. But let me share the week that was here. Present, share screen with some audio. Bam, there we go. So we're going to get into the gold and pink, the good and the bad. So this week, the real story that's, I can't even say it's developing. If you've been watching it all, you've been seeing this. The Chicago Cubs are completely on fire, 19-4. And they're the only team that's been a gold highlight means, one of the best records of the week. They've been there 4 straight weeks. So very consistent. They lose 1 game a week and they're, just red hot. So
wow.
Look out for them Cubs. Good weeks also for the Yankees and the Athletics. Yankees are a defending champion, but they're an interesting look if you get inside the numbers. DiMaggio's great. Nobody else is hitting. Nobody else is hitting, and it's their pitching staff that's carrying them. And the guy with the lowest ERA in the whole damn league is Ron Guidry, who was their sixth starter, but was doing well out of the pen and then slid himself into the starting lineup and hasn't looked back. So the Yankees.
What they call him, Louisiana Lightning? Was that?
Yeah, or Gator. Yeah, good enough for 2 nicknames, right?
Wow, impressive.
But he's absolutely on fire. And the Yankees they're almost always good because they've got so much talent to pull from. So if the catching stuff's ridiculous, right? Dickey and Berra are their catchers. But if either of them slump, they can go into the minor leagues, right? And call up Thurman Munson or Elston Howard or Jorge Posada if they need to, right?
Lordy.
That catcher. That's pretty good. So not too many other teams have 5 catchers on their overall roster, but 3 will do for most. Anyway,
hey, Rob's in the house. Welcome, Rob.
Oh, no, this is what I'm talking about here. We should have just done Yankees Tigers. Maybe when the schedule comes up, we can have Teno and Rob just go at it, and we'll sit back and have a Dr. Pepper. For teams having a rough week, the Diamondbacks just scuffling like crazy.
Lordy.
Birmingham Knights. This is interesting. The Knights, who are always good, are 9-14, but in the American League South, that's good for a 3-way tie for first place. Wow. So,
somebody take the reins here.
Yeah, mark my words here. Kansas City, who was 8-9 last week and in first place, went 1-5, and they're still in first place. But they're gonna lament this week. I think this was a chance to make up a couple games and try to, save those for a rainy day that is coming, because Birmingham's got too much talent to be rotten forever. But they're off to a terrible start for the first time. So the South is in play, which is always good. It's good to have divisions be competitive. And then the poor Mariners and the Rays, both 0-6 this week. And that's when I actually dug into Seattle and went, well, they were 1-5 last week. So how many have they lost in a row? 10. Ooh, that's a big fall from 7-6 to 7-16. So
It's Mike Kingery time.
yeah, we'll do it. We'll do. And Rob, bring it up. Hey, I'm sure you've seen the clip where the moose is on rollerblades getting pulled by the four wheeler. It's one of the greatest things
It's been
ever.
a long time, but
you might have to look for it because it's not everywhere. But the moose, they get going too fast and they start to turn, and he heads for the wall, and he does the universal "I'm out of control" sign, which is double circles, and he eats the wall flat, and that's funny. And then he falls off. And then depending on the kind of person you are, maybe it stops being funny or it gets funnier because one of his legs is now bent kind of mid-calf where there normally isn't a joint.
That's not funny. No.
But it's a little bit funny when it's a dude in a big helmet, right? Because he's still smiling, right? Big smiling moose doing a little Moises Alou cosplay right there. Ooh, so bad. And then they brought him back like for the playoffs on a crutch with a cast on. I'm sure a different guy in the suit for the playoffs, but whatever. Anyway,
I hope he got a good disability like dispensation or whatever.
Yeah, like I mean, like not only so many people can be the Fanatic or the Chicken, right, or one of the more athletic mascots, maybe. But damn, we could be the Moose if we had to. So
right.
Probably a rather unforgiving.
Or who's the clown prince of baseball?
I forget his name. He was in Bull Durham.
Yeah,
he's a real guy, but he was.
Give me like 3 months. I think I could get that routine down pretty good.
It's probably it. But Morgana, we haven't any Morgana sightings in the tournament.
Yeah, man, that's something I feel like they could, sort of do a fake grassroots. Like campaign, get somebody to take over that role again. Because I mean, that was Sports Center every night.
Oh
right?
Yeah. I think she only had like 18 different like hits over the years, right? It wasn't like she was doing it every night. If you're new or younger than us, Morgana the Kissing Bandit was a blonde gal who would run out of the stands, usually to whoever was at bat. Come up, smile, and then they'd usually smile back, and she'd kiss them on the cheek, and then they just scored her out.
She had some assets that made her more of a story than probably a normal intruder upon the pitch.
I didn't know it at the time, but she was promoting her actual business.
Did she actually have some extracurricular?
She was a bit of a entertainer. How's that?
Okay.
Yes, there you go.
So, all right. Well, I think everybody gets that. What we're inferring.
Putting her on Sports Center, that's just good marketing right there. So salute. Well, if someone tried to get that going today, right, dude, they would be in jail so fast. But
probably
you can't be running on the field.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
post 9/11.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob's not a fan.
Oh my goodness.
Boot this guy. He's out.
Right? I've banned him for less. It's true. It's true. All right. So let's bug out of here. And it feels like, we can look at the standings if you like. Oakland's better. They were bad last year. Cleveland's really good. 17-6. Never seen the words Texas in first place used before.
Salute the Rangers.
Enjoy it, Texas. They don't even have DeGrom yet, but cool. Philly was good last year. Atlanta's usually good. Chicago's good. LA has never been as good as we expect them to be. And 13-10 isn't phenomenal, but it'll be fun watching them and the Giants fight. And again, remember, 2 wild cards from each league this year, so you don't have to win to get in. So anyway, let's fire it up here. I was hoping to upload a newer picture of Comerica Park, but I didn't get to it.
Man, next November, I'm going for the Guidry mustache. It's happening.
Yeah, dude.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, he knew what was up. I do kind of like seeing Boggs on top of the hitting column. That feels right. Real.
Versus like Lamahua.
Yeah, right. Lamahua. Roger Connor for the Giants, fantastic hitter. More of a first baseman than a second baseman because he's hitting .342 with 10 errors in the first 23 games. So hands of stone out there, but boy, he can hit. All right, here we go.
Rob.
So I'm yeah, that's fair enough. So I'm going to put us down as home team, both home teams, because we're going to set the lineup for both squads. And then we'll give control back to the computer. But like I said, if Tino wants something, Tino, just let us know and we can take over and make it happen, because we appreciate you being Tiger fan number one.
Absolutely.
And they're going to need the help tonight, baby. Let me tell you. All right. So lineup. Let's go to Detroit first, because I know their lineup. So don't complain, or you can complain if you want, but don't send them to me, because this is courtesy of our pal Teno. So we got Ty Cobb leading off, but he's going to play right field. We got Bobby Veach. There we go. Hitting second, he's in left. Hitting third, Harry Heilman, the designated hitter.
Man, he had a good year.
He really did. And then cover your eyes on defense. It's Miguel Cabrera, the third baseman.
Woo-hoo.
Fair enough. Hank Greenberg, who had such a bad year last year, he got sent down in the second month and never came back.
Wow.
So, which is ridiculous, because he's, all world. So good to see Hank back with us. Al Kaline in center field. Alan Trammell at shortstop. Always liked Trammell. Underrated, I thought, for a guy who did so well. Bill Freehan at catcher from 1968. 68 Tiger fans. Al Kaline too. Just saying. Charlie Gehringer.
Oh man, we got to get Sweet Lou Whitaker on the roster. Somehow.
Yeah.
How do we do it? Do we need to?
He's there. If you look at, I'll sort by second baseman. This is replay stats, what they've done this year. But if you look at real stats, second baseman, Whitaker is career, again, peak 3 years, right? 283, 17 homers, 72 RBIs. Pretty good. Yeah,
pretty good.
A 9 defensively, like no doubt on the glove.
Yeah.
But Gehringer's superior. Just
so good. Yeah.
And then and Carlos Guillen is on the lineup, not because he's better than Lou Whitaker, but look at this. He's average defensively everywhere.
What'd you call King Kelly, the rusty Swiss Army knife?
Yeah, he's bad at everything. This guy is the varsity King Kelly. So I'm not spinning that Guillen's better than Whitaker, but he gives me backup at shortstop that Whitaker can't. That's true. Backup at third, because Cabrera's rotten with the
Now, I'm not hoping for it, but if the Tigers are out of contention maybe late in the year, maybe we get Guillen the old heave-ho for a month.
I got no problem.
Give Sweet Lou a run.
I got no problem with that. All right, so this is going to be wide open. Oh, wait a minute. I got to make sure I did that right. Opponent. Yeah, Verlander. Okay. The opponent, that's us. So most importantly, we got rid of Jamie Moyer and James Paxton. Welcome to the lineup. And now, all right, Brent, this is wide open. We're going to go by, here are the replay stats. So what they've done in Eternal Baseball. Granted, 21 games only. So this isn't the be-all, end-all. And Seattle's had their struggles. They've lost 10 straight. So batting, OPS, sorted by OPS versus right-handers. For what they've done this year, here's what you got.
I think we put Edgar in the 2-hole.
Okay. And Ichiro leads off, yeah?
Yeah. Griff in the 3.
Okay.
I think you got to get, Jay Buhner's having a rough start. Huh?
Rough year. You probably want a right-hander next, though, if you want to divvy it out.
How's
maybe Boone?
Well,
Boone just got called up for Robinson Cano. And I'm sure no Mariner fans are crying about Cano going down. And we probably keep the steroid level even. That's or just saying.
Allegedly.
You want to clean up Boone, or you want to go with a lefty? You could go with Seager.
So we going Davis. Oh man, Teno's having.
I can show you their real stats.
Yeah, let's see the real stats just for the heck of it.
So this is what is entered into the computer. So Buhner is actually supposed to be next best, but then Boone. So
we'll go Boone. Then let's go Alvin Davis. Just
Sun Devil.
So, all right.
Okay.
So what are we missing? We're missing a shortstop, left fielder.
This seems like sacrilege, but the shortstop is actually Omar Vizquel usually because Cleveland is so stacked.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's go with that then. We'll put him in a 9-hole though, I guess.
Yeah, he hits for nothing, which is why they gave up on him. Seattle was like, that guy will never make it. Okay.
So is Seager a better fielder than Martinez? Should we put Martinez at DH?
Let's see then. Edgar's a terrible fielder. Well, he's a 4, and Seager is a 7 at third. So you definitely want Seager on the field.
Yeah, let's do it.
So is he next after Davis? We'll stack a couple lefties.
Let's do it.
That's your third baseman, Edgar DHs. Now you need a left fielder and a catcher. And their catchers, I sent down Zanino earlier in the game because he's done nothing.
Gotcha.
So Kenji Jojima is up, and Dan Wilson's the other catcher. They're both right-handed.
Yeah, let's put Wilson in the 8-hole, and then we'll do. So we just need a left fielder. So I don't know. Do we do Rodriguez, Phil Bradley for old time's sake?
Fine with me. I was surprised. I was thinking it might have been Julio Rodriguez, but he actually hasn't played left in the bigs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So he doesn't qualify there. So he can play in there, but he's like a 2. Which is ridiculous. Of course, you could play left, but
I hate that. I hate that stuff, right? Where like a shortstop can't play first base,
right? Yeah. Like a 9 shortstop might not be a great first baseman, but he'll be okay, right? Like
6 or 7, right?
Yeah.
Rob wants the moose.
Yeah, the moose is broken. I'm sorry.
We took his best years, and he was injured all 3 years.
You can go Phil Bradley or...
Let's do Phil Bradley.
All right, Phil Bradley. That's another guy who you got in every card pack.
Oh, God, yes. Right? Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I've seen that guy play so many times from the Kingdom days.
Looks like we're ready for baseball. Let's do it.
It was the starting lineup, and then me and my family. That was the entirety of the crowd.
Seattle has lost 10 straight, and 10 of their last 10.
Yeah!
James Paxton will start for Seattle.
10 of their last 10.
Making his first start of the year.
Perfect.
He'll be opposed by
It feels very real.
He's also making his first start. It's 60 degrees, wind speed 6 miles per hour, left to right. Pitching for Detroit, number 35, Justin Verlander. Leading off for Seattle, right fielder, number 51, Ichiro Suzuki.
First time they've ever heard his last name ever. That always bothered me about Ichiro. That he had Ichiro on the back of his jersey and would only be referred to like he played soccer, right?
For Brazil, yeah.
Yeah, there were Japanese teammates like Shigetoshi Hasagawa, who had Hasagawa on the back and went by their full name. I don't know. That always seemed a little bit diva to me.
But, yeah, if you can hit that well, though, you can pull that off.
I mean, right? He was no doubt, right? No doubt the talent. But I was just like, nobody else does that. Whatever.
Oh, Rob got a lot of Phil Bradley cards too. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
All the time. Chili Davis was another one. We were talking about that last week. Every single pack I opened, Chili Davis.
We had me and my buddy Chris had great seats for a Yankee game provided to us by the Yankee bullpen catcher, actually, who was a big fan of McFarland toys. So he got some sports picks. We got some good seats once in a while. So we were in scout seats, like 20 rows back, but right behind home plate. So we were surrounded by scouts and we were talking, and the guy next to us talked us up. And he was a Mariners scout. And this was, I don't know, 06 maybe. And so we tried not to bother him, but he started talking to us. So we, between innings, we would ask him questions. And after a couple innings, when he seemed to be cool, I said, "Hey, can I ask you something?" He said, "You can ask," right? Because you can't answer everything. I said, "How come Ichiro only goes by his first name?" And he looked at me and smiled, looked me right in the eye and smiled, and then just looked back at the field. Like, I heard it, and I am not commenting. Like,
there you go.
Fair enough. He didn't even have to give a no comment, right? I knew, for whatever reason, don't talk about that. Okay, fine. But here he is, Mr. Suzuki. Oh, hang on here. I got to give control back to the computer for Detroit. All right, here we go. Look at that.
Designated hitter, Edgar Martinez.
I should have looked it up earlier. And if you know out there, Teno probably does. Gehringer? Am I saying it right, or is it Gehringer? I don't want to get it wrong.
I bet it's Gurr.
Gurr. Look at
man.
Edgar.
Look, get
Center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
Bobby Beach looks like he's 50 years old in left field.
Yeah, pull up. Can you scroll over? Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a long night for Bobby Beach.
It's
possible.
I
I made sure to get Griffey with the hat backwards.
Perfect.
Because, you know. Ty Cobb coming in. Oh, web gem for Ty
Pitching
Cobb.
for Seattle, number 6.
Oh, so Teno has your answer.
Paxton. Leading off for Detroit,
Got it.
right fielder,
Thank
Ty
you.
Cobb.
Or maybe he was typing jerk. And anyway. So Cobb's a notorious bunter, but he's also a great hitter. Do we want to bring corners in, or?
No. Too
Okay.
early.
We'll send him back. Wait. Normal. All right. Get him, Seager.
You brought the corners in. Dang it.
Oh, no.
Oh, I got him.
Paxton's hurt.
Left fielder, Bobby.
What happened? What does it say?
It just, when the name disappears from the nameplate, it means trouble. And that happened right away. And I'm like, uh-oh. And it says, Paxton appears to be hurt. Paxton is leaving the game. Let me tell you, people, the most realistic sim on the market is James Paxton. We had high hopes for him, and he was garbage. So,
Well, not garbage. 0 ERA for the game, right?
Yeah, gone for the game, and maybe longer. Now, sometimes it's like, leg cramp, and he could start tomorrow. And sometimes it's torn rotator cuff, done for the year. That's rare, but whatever. They don't have a lot of long guys in Seattle. Looks like it's
Rob said, did Cobb spike him?
could be on his way to first. That's brutal. Looks like it's Eric Swanson.
All right, there we go. Eric Swanson.
Oh, wait, he's actually got a low pitch count because he has not stretched out. He's in the pen. So you see over here, EPC, that's expected pitch count.
Is it Poots?
Oh, it's not. I was looking at Swanson, who's the rookie reliever who had such a good year for Seattle this year and just got traded to Toronto in the who they get Teoscar Hernandez swap. So it's Hansen who we want. Hansen, so hot these days. So he's
Yeah, it's funny. That's the first thing I thought of too when you said Swanson. Like it didn't even register.
Right. Moyer is Teno has a good point. Moyer's still available. No, he got sent down with his colossal ERA to bring up the big maple for 2 pitches.
Well, I hope Moyer didn't unpack his stuff.
Right. It should let us put Hansen straight in the game. He'll be given time to warm up. Okay, thank
Pitching
you.
for Seattle.
Look
Eric
at that.
Hansen.
Old school, man.
Right.
Was that 87? What was his rookie year? I'm trying to remember.
Something like that.
Is it 89? Okay.
He had a good couple years. Not that it was hard to stand out in that Mariners rotation, especially once Langston was gone. All right, so Bobby Beach.
Strike 3.
Designated hitter, Harry Heilman.
That's right, Harry. Just like that.
Second baseman, Brent.
Can be a quick one.
It was a 1-2-3 inning. Well, actually, it was a 2-3 inning. No problem. Brett Boone steps in. A lot of power.
Send him.
First baseman,
80%,
Davis.
Brent.
Let's send him.
80%.
It's so early, and this means nothing. They're on a 10-game losing streak. Let's push it.
Freehand's a 9 defensively, but only a 5 arm. So, yeah, runnable. So, yeah, you bet. Go get him, Brett. He's in there.
I love Freehan. Like, pull up his photo real fast.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's got that 60s jaw. Just,
Dude,
there's a certain thing for people in this. I don't know what they were eating that was different than the rest of us, but man, he's got that.
He is
that
country
jawline.
strong, let me tell you. And he was, I think I have the story right, and I'm sure Teno will tell me if I don't. He was managing University of Michigan when a young, skinny high school shortstop from Kalamazoo got drafted by the Yankees and had to decide whether he was going to go to the Big M, to the Big Blue, like he'd always dreamed, or go to the Yankees like he'd always dreamed. And he called up Freehan, who had recruited him, and basically got his commit. And Derek Jeter said, Bill, what should I do? And he said, the Yankees, you got to go, kid. Oh. Even the game wants me to move along. Fine.
Teno has got a little factoid though about.
Here you go.
I believe it.
I totally believe it.
Like extra large chin strap for that guy.
Like I love the little bit of trivia that who was the blocking tight end for Bo Jackson during his Heisman run at Auburn? Yeah, Frank Thomas. Yeah, I could see Frank sitting on. Imagine Frank Thomas in shoulder pads.
God,
good Lord,
amazing.
Probably runner up for team MVP and caught no passes.
Right.
All right, here's Sun Devil Alvin Davis. Hitting it the wrong way.
Yeah, get out of there.
There's a lot of room back there, but it makes stands. I think the Mariners have had several actual good looks
Third
over
baseman,
the years.
number
And I've
15,
seen you rock
Kyle
this cap in
Seager.
person. The Trident, the M Trident,
Trident's outstanding.
Yeah,
outstanding.
That's pretty good. Here's Kyle Seager.
Ooh.
It's got height.
Man, Cobb is just Willie Mays out there. What's going on?
Send Boone to third, 98% chance safe.
I feel good about that one.
Feeling confident, off he goes.
Left fielder, Phil Bradley.
Phil Bradley.
Rocking that, I was going to say pitchfork because I'm Sun Devil, but it's a Trident. Right up the middle.
It's happening.
Yeah, Davis
Catcher,
not taking
Dan
third.
Wilson.
Here's Dan Wilson. We might bat around. Who knows? Nope.
Shortstop, Omar Vizquel.
Hard,
dude.
Try to find, if you can find me a better, cleaner picture of Omar Vizquel, the Mariner, let me know.
That's like a top hat with a bill. That is amazing.
It just needs a propeller.
There you go.
All right, Omar. Great bunter, but not with 2 outs. Hoppity hop.
Ooh. Oh, come on.
So all that. Oh, wait. We can challenge this. 47% chance. Yeah, you bet. Oh, save it first.
Wow.
Bases loaded.
It is really happening.
For Ichiro. He got some of it, but not enough, I don't think. Kalen's
Third baseman, number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
Who's afraid of Miggy? I am. I am. That's going to make the stand.
Come on, Seager. We need
Dive
you.
Seager. In the 8th row.
Did he get it?
Seager.
Baseman, number 5.
He did? That's just a badly programmed field.
And Teno even said this before. Check out his comment before that even happened.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Yeah.
And Rob wants to know who's playing short for Cleveland.
Lindor most of the time. And I think Nap Lajue. Ooh, I know how to say that one. I think he qualifies at short, but he's a better second baseman. So that's kind of how it goes. And sometimes it's looking at is the game better served? It's rare, but is the game better served with Seattle having this cavernous hole at shortstop because New York bogarted Alex Rodriguez and Vizquel buried in the minor leagues for Cleveland, or is Vizquel better served starting every day in Seattle? So Matt Williams is like that. And Matt Williams is a giant, of course, but he barely makes their 40-man roster. I was thinking a lot of injuries to get Matt called up. Or he can hit cleanup and play third base every day in Arizona. Not that it's helping them, but they just get my point. Here's Hank Greenberg.
I always feel like Hank Greenberg is judging me.
I think he is.
Look at that picture. Pull it up. Big. Oh, Vizquel with the poor play. What's going on here?
What happened there? Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, really, brother? It's like you just passed the check without throwing in for the tip. And Greenberg's like, dude.
Bro. Teno has another comment.
Yeah, that's a good point. Next up, Al Kaline. To Vizquel. To Boone. Aw.
Oh,
Shortstop.
you still threw it.
Trammell.
I thought it was a takeout slide, but it was just not fast enough. Here's Alan Trammell. Oh, right in the ear.
Oh, come on, Hanson.
Listen to the Tiger
Catcher.
faithful.
Bill. Freehon.
Here's Bill. Oh, we're in trouble already.
It's falling apart, Weber.
Eric Hansen,
Second
brilliant
baseman.
for 1 inning.
Charlie. Gehringer.
Here's Gehringer. Wait a minute.
Gehringer.
Oh, a French pronunciation.
Gehringer.
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 How about GAR?
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna try air.
Gehringer.
Hey, boom.
Winner. All right. Get him, Eric.
Come on, Eric. Whoa.
Alvin Davis.
Wow.
The coward. Oh, it's the third out. Fine. No problem. And I apologize, Al.
Yeah, I was like, man, that seemed a little hard.
I think I need to find a better picture of Edgar Martinez because without a batting helmet, it doesn't look like him at all.
Right, yeah.
Even a photo of him in a cap doesn't look like him.
No.
Because he's all DH, right?
You got to have the pine tarred helmet, right?
Oh, yeah, the ugly helmet. All right, Edgar. I don't know what the deal was. They kept him in the minors forever. I don't know if they just didn't want to start a service clock or if they were trying to figure out if he could stick anywhere on the diamond.
Dude, he must have hit everywhere, though. I can't even imagine. Like, and you're the Mariners? Like, what are you doing?
What, he's blocked by Mike Blowers at third? Like,
I mean, you saw how fast they brought up, A-Rod, right? So it just boggles the mind.
I mean, they would have already had Griffey, right?
Webster's new unabridged dictionary. There you go.
There we go. Yeah, Weber's unabridged dictionary.
Oh, and then Teno's got one for freehand.
I'll see what I can do, man, but
Freehon.
So free, maybe two ends.
Freehand.
That's better.
Pretty good.
All right. Come on, Griffey. All right. What do you think of the landing strip between the pitcher's mound and home plate? Not many people do that.
It's unique. Yeah, I like it.
I don't know, it always looked weird to me.
Well, it looks like a crop circle.
A little bit. They did it in Arizona, and I was always, I don't know. I figured they could only grow so much grass in Arizona, so they had to cut some corners.
I wonder if it'd be interesting to see if there was like a pronounced, spike in, bad hops or
right
sort of weird. Yeah. I mean, if it hit that lip
or pitcher injuries.
Yeah.
Because it slowed down less on that hot shot comebacker.
Yeah.
Here's Ty Cobb. Getting madder by the inning, I think. But that's normal. Actually, we had when he was player of the week, I don't know, 10 days ago, and a gal, again, I'm just going to take her at her word, claiming to be his granddaughter, posted and had some cool pictures. And
oh, sorry, a V?
Of Cobb. One of Cobb's granddaughters.
Wow.
Posted on
cool.
one of our Facebook pages and seemed legit. So,
Seems, too weird not to. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd make that up.
I mean, I guess
no
there's a lot
offense to Ty, but like,
yeah.
I'm Ty Cobb's grand. I'm going to make up a profile. I'm
Mark
Cobb.
Catfish, the eternal baseball guy.
Right. She seemed nice. She asked for my bank account. I don't know what that means.
Oh man, so many
Bobby
poor plays.
Beach, turn on the Jets. He's in there. Poor play by Alvin Davis. All right. You would have thought Ichiro would have got him, right? That's like
with his arm.
Dude, that one, they show it all the time, right? That one absolute meteor he throws from right. But I think that's my favorite throw, even more than home plate, is you don't see it much. It's that right field to third without the cutoff guy. Like,
yeah. The best is when the guy, the third baseman catches it right as the guy commits to the slide, and you can see his face just drop, like as he has to commit to the slide, knowing that he's. I mean, sometimes they'll even pull up short, just knowing that.
Yep. Absolutely. Or sometimes they come in swinging, right? If they're, what was that? Pinella and Brett got into a fist fight at third base, and neither got kicked out. They were just like, knock it off, you two. All
The
right.
good old days.
All right.
McRae's slide right on Randall.
Yeah. All right, here's Harry Heilman. Oh, he got a lot of that.
Hit it to
But
the
we got
right
Griffey.
guy.
Yeah, right. But
Oh.
Beach will score.
Oh, man.
We're tied up 1-1. Here's Miggy. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't take.
Oh, he's got
long.
it. Bradley jump.
got it. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
You said I got to get me some Phil Bradley in this game. So here's Sun Devil, Alvin Davis. I don't think Kalon didn't get it.
Wow.
18%, Brent.
Do you want to hit and run?
At 18%?
Well, Seager's decent with the stick, right? I mean,
I'm just saying, if he misses, Davis is dead.
yeah, I think he's not going to miss. Let's do it. Let's hit and
All
run.
right. Hit and run.
Oh, I thought he had it.
Well, that's right. It's a long game.
Well, that's your fault for not
My
keeping me in check.
right? You knew I was going to give bad advice, and then,
Right.
and then Seeger struck out just to,
I was
turn
testing
us
you,
under.
Webb, and you failed.
And I
the
failed.
exam.
Why'd you let me do that? Run, Bradley, run! No. Hank Greenberg returns to the plate. K-Line gets quite a bit of that, but Suzuki's all over it.
Got a
That
good
outfield
outfield.
defense between Ichiro, Griffey, and Bradley's not terrible.
Yeah, if we could throw Rodriguez out in the left,
Yeah,
man,
dude.
that'd be.
If I looked at it earlier, I put him in left. They ranked him 2 out of 10. I'm like, that is ridiculous.
That's so dumb.
But if I went in and entered fair stats for him in left, I'd have to do it for 70 guys. So, all right, it is what it is. Here's Alan Trammell with 2 outs. Hits it at Vizquel. Dan Wilson. When I first posted up the starting 9 for Mariners catchers for all the Mariner fans when we launched this a couple years ago, I had Mike Zunino as the catcher, and the Mariner fans rioted. I had no idea Dan Wilson was as popular as he is, and they were similar talents. So fine, cool, no problem. You can have your Dan Wilson. I don't care. But wow, the Zunino hate was palpable.
It may have been more just the raw hunkiness of Dan Wilson.
Yeah, there's a sheer animal magnetism.
There you go.
Yeah, and I think it's at the end of this year, Zunino will be more Ray than Mariner. So he'll swap on those rosters. And believe you me, Tampa needs him. Because I think they run Toby Hall and Deoner Navarro back.
One of the Navarro or the Molinas.
Yeah, they're going to need some help. Here's the irrepressible Dan Wilson. Yeah, sitting down.
Yeah, Rob. Rob's going on Frank White. There you go.
Frank White, man. The Royals fans of Frank White, the A's fans with Bert Campaneris. Because I've got like 3 shortstops ahead of Campaneris. And they can't. Who else? Phillies with Richie Ashburn. Anybody who went on to broadcast for the team. Mets fans and Keith Hernandez. I got Mets fans in the last 2 years going, get Alonso out of there.
Right.
What? Who are you? Come on. Oh, well. Vizquel steps in. Good bunter.
You gotta appreciate the fandom, though.
I love it. It just, I have this new pet theory that if you broadcast for the team after a good career, however good your career was, you're now remembered 1.5 times as good as you really were.
I believe it. That makes sense.
I guess that's why they all want in that booth. But here's Ichiro with 2 outs.
Oh, get there.
Let me dust this one off. Gehringer makes the play.
Oh.
Hansen is strong, but he's not fully stretched out. We only have we got about 30 pitches left for him, so at least this inning.
Yeah, we got to get him through. He's through this inning.
We don't have a lot of other options, to be honest with you. Brett Boone.
Booney gonna get there?
Tears both quads, right? Oh, you got it.
Yeah, Rob's correct. Actually, my dad was a big Ashburn fan.
Ashburn was a pretty good player.
Yeah.
But the Phillies have 100 years of history to pull from. So he's borderline on their 26-man roster. But anyway, what am I? I'm just here to tell you the numbers, right? We had player of the day today. We had 7 pitchers tie for it. 7 guys threw shutouts on the Sunday schedule, and including Walter Johnson for your Minnesota Twins. And I had a guy point and go, "Oh, he actually played for the Senators. You might want to write that down." Yeah, thanks. Appreciate
you might
that.
write that down.
We haven't done any research at all.
That's such a Reddit comment, you know.
Yeah,
Come on, it's just the passive.
Appreciate it. And of course, I repeat, I killed him with kindness and said, "Yeah, Senators tend to play for the Twins now because they became the Twins. Although some Senators actually became the Rangers. Interesting story, but I digest." Geringer.
Strike 3. You're on.
Unimpressed with my correct pronunciation. And here's Ty Cobb. Lining out to Booney.
Yeah, we got a pitcher's duel going on.
Yeah, who knew? Well, who knew, given that we lost maybe the only reason we have it is Paxton got knocked out in the first. And when I say in the first, I mean the first batter.
First pitch.
You think Cobb maybe took off his shoe and threw it at him? Like random task?
It was just the George W. Bush press conference in the green zone.
Maybe he just helicoptered the bat at him. Seems like a Cobb sort of thing to do. Here's Edgar. Yeah, right. I almost said run Edgar, but not really his game.
Come on, Griff.
Come on, Griffey. Yeah, that's not going to have the distance. And Greenberg's not.
Greenberg is judging that.
Yeah, right.
Ball.
Spitting all over it. I think Greenberg, being a Hall of Famer that got sent down last year, maybe that's it, right? The judgmental eyes. Here's Brett Boone. Oh yeah, no, sounded good.
It did. Is that Austin Powers?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Random task. Who throws his shoe? Honestly.
Oh, he appears fine. What's wrong, dear? I'm fine. There's nothing. I'm fine.
Here's Bobby Veach. Oh, it's in the corner. Oh, Ichiro got.
Oh, you're not. No, I was kidding. He's not
right?
testing Ichiro. No.
Yeah. All right. So nobody out. Leadoff man's on. Not much of a stealing threat.
We're just gonna ride Hanson all 9.
No, we're not. He runs out of pitches in 18 pitches. So, but it's a lot of righties. So
just needs to pitch to contact for 3.5 more innings.
Who's going to be our guy? Sasaki's the closer. You thinking Jeff Nelson, perhaps?
Ooh, Jeff Nelson. Good
Or
shot.
Arthur Rhodes is murder on righties.
That's true. Well, wait, on lefties?
No, on righty. Well, lefties worse, but look at this. 103 lefties hit off and 128 righties.
Really? Wow.
But maybe we got to save him because they got triple lefties in Geringer, Cobb, Veach in a row.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna go. We're gonna get Nelson warming up here, and not JJ Poots. Did I tell you the Poots schmuck story?
You did.
Well, for everybody else.
Tell for everybody else, yes.
Peter Schmuck, a well-respected Orioles journalist in Baltimore, waited all year for JJ Poots to come to town with the Mariners because he wanted to do a funny story. Hey, I'm a schmuck. You're a Poots. What's it like having a rotten last name? And so he scheduled interview time with him, and they brought him in. And he said, "Hey, I'm Peter Schmuck. I thought we could do a funny little bit." And he was like, he no-sold it like crazy. He's like, "Funny how?" He's like, "Well, my name's Schmuck. Your name is Poots." He's like, "Yeah, Poots. That's how you pronounce it. Poots. There's nothing funny about that." And Schmuck was like, "Cool. What's it like being a Mariner?" And got nothing he could use. Poor guy.
Yeah, you almost appreciate him playing that straight, though,
Yeah,
to a certain extent, right? I mean, it was kind of a jerk move, but
I suppose if you dealt with that your whole life as a kid and you became a millionaire athlete, you probably decided, guess what? Never answering that question again. Fine. Harry Heilman. With a little tapper to Boone, over to Vizquel, down to Davis, double play.
Man, it is happening today.
And thank goodness, because this is the guy that's going to kill us. 62% chance to catch it if you dive for Phil Bradley with 2 outs. All right.
Yes.
Great play.
Rob's saying we should have interviewed the Moose. Or should what's his
The
name?
Moose is hurt. I keep telling you, man.
He's unavailable.
He is not available. How many times do they bring out the guy with the broken leg, right? You remember that? Hey, Tim Crumry, your team just lost the Super Bowl. How you feeling?
That was the only one I really remember. I don't think I even ever saw the Theismann one, but just the Crumry was just on repeat. Just
yeah, I think it was bad because they didn't know it was that bad, and they're like, "Well, let's take a look at the replay." Oh yeah,
I like the play-by-play guys vomiting, and
here's funny story. Well, funny. Crumry, this was a defensive tackle for the Bengals against the 49ers in the 88 Super Bowl, refused to go to the hospital, would not leave the game until he watched his team lose at the last minute to Joe Montana.
He was that big of a Boomer Assassin fan.
And then he was like, okay, we can go now. John Taylor. Wasn't even Jerry Rice. John Taylor catches the backbreaker. All right, Alvin Davis, Sun Devil.
Yeah, Rob, did you see the Theismann one? Rob was saying it was...
I didn't see it live. I've seen it since. Yeah. And the fact that LT got up, LT was, I'm sure, coked out of his mind, but he hopped up immediately and started waving for the trainers. Get in here, get in here. He's broke bad. So
what was the one? There was one that Louisville college basketball player from what was it, 5 years ago?
Okay.
He had one where he was just on the court and his leg was just atrociously.
I've seen the shot. The shot is not actually of the injury. There's a shot of the bench and guys running away from the injury.
Yeah, but it was like a guy on the other team. Like some dude was just who I'm sure now is a surgeon.
Right.
But he just walks right up and it's just nonplussed at all. Like just kind of walks up, puts his arm around him, is talking to him, but his teammates just went, whoo.
Yeah, they didn't want any part of it. Tiger fan number 1 is not happy with how things are going. And I can't blame him.
Look, Eric Hansen, man.
He's leaving soon because he's only got a couple pitches left in him in that arm. But Eric Hansen was a good pitcher from 89 to 93. You only need 3 good years, baby, in eternal baseball.
March of 89 to June of 89. That's pretty much every.
Maybe Tiger Verlander needs more money to be properly motivated to pitch since he makes $1.1 million a start now. Ridiculous. But it's not my money. Anyway, Kyle Seager hits a dribbler. Not known for the wheels. He's doubled up. Phil Bradley, lovely.
Ooh, come on, Bradley.
Rob makes a good point. No coke until after. Maybe that's why he wanted them to get him off the field so they could.
It's taking too long.
Right? Yeah, come get your boy.
Oh man.
The only other one I saw that was I think maybe faster than LT or close. Oh, wait a minute. Not going to pontificate over the stretch.
We're being silently judged by Greenberg for rocking back.
He's like, really? your rhythm's awful, Weber. True.
They're talking about football injuries?
Just the good ones. Big finish. So it was everyone knows, the most feared hitter across the middle. Steelers wide receiver Hines Ward lit up. Who's the Baltimore safety who was great for
Ed Reed?
Ed Reed. He put Ed Reed into a coma pretty much. And Reed, I'm not sure he's even hit the ground yet. And Hines Ward is looking over at the Baltimore sideline and just as derisively as possible just goes, come get your boy. Come get your boy. It's awesome. So YouTube that after the show.
I'm sure, and I'm sure they got him back for that too, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think
he has a bit left. One more inning, Derek Hansen.
He's got 12 pitches, and Nelson's ready. So I'm willing to let him face Greenberg, but if anybody gets on, I think he's done.
Governor, I've got a bit left.
Yeah, we'll see.
A wee bit left, Governor.
No!
Oh, I didn't see it. Froze. Oh, Weber again.
Oh, it's
You're
still
supposed to keep me in check.
It's still in the air, man. All right. Fair enough. He was judging us. He waited through the whole stretch, the whole football story. In comes Jeff Nelson.
Your parenting is lacking. Yep. CPS is going to show up for your lack of parenting of me tonight.
So bad. Kaline hits a dribbler to Omar, the wrong guy. Oh, he might beat out. No, he's done.
Has a bit left.
Not much.
Hey, good effort though, right?
Yeah, I mean, can't be mad. Can't be that mad.
6 innings, 4 hits.
All right.
Teno, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Teno. Appreciate
it. He's got a bit left. Don't be rash.
All right. We're going to get Arthur Rhodes warming up for those lefties, though.
No way we're getting another run this game.
Yeah, maybe not. We almost batted around.
A
long time ago.
Come on, Dan Wilson.
Look at this. Trammell's 76% to take third. That's not happening. Yeah, whatever. Just stay close. 68.
I can't tell. Does Nelson have the mustache?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That's Allen. I mean, it's barely there.
Not
too good, though.
Not peak performance mustache.
No, not too good. I can't believe Trammell's at 68% to steal third.
Just no respect for Dan Wilson.
All right, 25. That's better. I don't care what you Tiger fans think. Booing me for picking him. I was 68%. Freehand. Yeah, you can't walk freehand to get to Geringer, who's hitting 350. Or that's his real stats, I guess. But anyway. Omar Vizquel's all over it.
I like to picture Freehand with like Barry Bonds, like batting armor for his chin. Sort of big old.
I'd like to see him and
chin guard hanging out.
Him and Sergeant Slaughter in a match.
There you go.
Memorable.
He had a good backup in case this whole baseball thing didn't work.
By the way, this is why Arthur Lee Rhodes is warming up for these lefties. Oh, he's not warmed up. Mound Trip will fix that. Nelson is strong. That's fine. But he's also leading.
Pitching for Seattle, Arthur Rhodes.
I remember Seth liked this guy, right? Because he had a bad man look, and that was kind of most important to Seth, as I recall.
There you go.
Arthur Lee Rhodes gets what we need.
Throw home. Ooh,
got him. Just barely.
Trammell did score.
All right.
No, that was third out.
Last out. I'm thinking maybe Dan Wilson isn't going to hit here in the 8th inning, down 1.
Yes. Who do we have?
Who our options are here?
Rob's like, you get that job by chewing nails for breakfast.
Pretty much. All right. So these are real stats.
Jay Buhner. It's either Jay or Teno. Has to be.
Hang on, flip this. Our real stats, it's real close between either Teno or Jay. Replay stats, so what they've done in Eternal Baseball, it's Buhner, even though he's awful.
Buhner's got two outcomes. It's either a 4-pitch strikeout or
yeah. Teno has
a long fly ball.
Teno has barely played, so he's got no numbers. So, did you have a preference there, Roto?
I think you do, Buhner.
Buhner, come on in. For Wilson. Yeah, we can pinch it for Vizquel, too, next. Because we got Joey Cora to play short.
Pinch hitting for Seattle.
That's a
Jay
good look.
Buhner.
That's a good look for Jay Buhner. How bad would he have been if he had stayed with the Yankees? All clean shaven?
Yes.
Right? It would not have been the same. All right, Jay. All right.
I was hoping for the latter outcome, but
So is it Teno for Omar then?
let's do it.
All right.
We'll get Julio in next inning.
Pinch hitting for Seattle,
Not for
Teno,
you.
Martinez.
We barely knew you in Seattle.
Strike three.
Ugh. Our pinch hitting game is on point, let me tell you.
Verlander is slinging.
Here's Ichiro. Come on, buddy.
Strike three.
Oh,
Struck out the side.
two of them pinch hitters. All right, hang on. We got to fix our defense. So it's now Cora and Jojima coming in. Cora.
Rob has a question that only a fellow Yankee fan can answer.
Yeah, because they were desperate to get rid of Roberto Kelly. They were tired of Roberto Kelly's act. So maybe they didn't trade Kelly for something else. But that's a good point. That's a good point. All right. So back to the game. All right. So we got Arthur Lee Rhodes. He's got two more lefties and a whole slew of righties. Might want to get somebody else rolling. So you want Poots?
Boots it is.
Schooler? I think Sasaki's the closer. Or you got Swanson, Hasagawa, Poots, or Schooler.
Boots.
Yeah, I think the numbers say Poots, and it's just fun to say. So I'm going to get that Poots up. And here's Ty Cobb again, 0 for 3, and okay with it, actually. Not too steamed. Joey Cora.
Oh, I didn't get him.
Got him!
Sorry, I doubted you, Joey Cora.
Joey Cora's like, hey, I'm a 3. No drop off at all. Bobby Beach. No
Can of
big deal.
corn.
Harry Heilman. He murders lefties. I think we're going to not mess around with him. And let Peter Schmuck sit up a little
Pitching for
closer
Seattle,
in his chair.
JJ.
Look at that.
Hits.
Wow. He looks like he's WWE, man. Like that's
Dude.
like a promo for that.
Yeah, dude. The Undertaker now pitching.
There you go.
That's it,
He just rises up from behind the mound.
right? That'd be a hell of an entrance, man. They play something.
They had an elevator.
They play gorillas or something. You come crawling out of the grave. Nice. All right, here we go. We're down to it. 9th inning. Verlander. He's got 21 pitches to him.
All
And
right.
Edgar got some of it, but not all of it.
Oh,
Line's
Mariners.
all
Mariners
Here's-
be Marinin.
Here's Griffey.
Whoa.
Walks.
All right. Where are we at? Don't let me make this decision.
93% to
I
steal
think
second.
you gotta, right? Get him in the scoring position.
I think you got it. There he goes. He's in there.
Woo, okay.
34% to steal third. Yeah, I don't think so either. And Boone is up, and I don't think there's anybody on the bench worth considering, especially
No.
here in the lineup.
Not till we. Well, yeah. All right.
All right. Now, just to play Tiger's advocate, I'm going to grab a hold of them here. Because Verlander is getting a little long in the tooth here. So they close usually John Hiller or or Willie Hernandez are both lefties.
Now, I don't want to speak for Teno, but I think he would really like it if he put Jabba Chamberlain. Got him
right? It's about time, right? It's Jabba time. Because the midges are coming in. So, all right, I gave him a lefty and a righty up, and now I'll give control back to him.
I remember that, right?
What,
Right?
midges?
No, I'm remembering. Yeah, Chamberlain. He went to the Tigers,
Yeah.
right?
He was bad. He was bad. He was bad everywhere after the midges.
Which sorry, I don't know the reference with the midget.
Oh, that was the Cleveland playoff game where all the bugs were all over him.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And he'd been lights out before then, right? He was Julio Urias, before Julio Urias, where they were watching the innings real close, and he was out of the pen, but thought he was the 20-game winner in the down the road. Be real careful, the Java rules, right?
Okay, gotcha.
And then that playoff game in Cleveland when 8 billion little insects swarmed the field, and Torrey didn't pull his team from the field. And they were all over him, like caked all over his face and his arm.
And it was over from that point on, his career?
It was just downhill from that point on.
Maybe there was some sort of parasitical, like it just got into his ears or.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he got bit. I don't know. He was zombie Jabba after that. So.
Oh yeah, Rob. Yeah,
Rob. No Yankee fan will forget it. But
yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize for not getting the reference.
I remember the bases loaded or a key point. And they had a rookie up to bat. And I'm like, I'll be damned if Asdrubal Cabrera is going to hurt us. And I didn't know that guy had a 12-year career ahead of him, right? And sure enough, little CNI single left, 2-run score, and whatever. Anyway, Verlander's got 13 pitches left to him. So let's see what he does with Brett Boone. Oh!
That's all right. We got handsome
Alvin Davis.
Smiling Alvin Davis.
I'm just going to check so nobody says that we didn't. So these are replay stats. Wait a minute. Bat versus OPS versus righties.
It's Julio.
Where is he?
He's just above Cano there.
I can't even find him.
He's the only one that doesn't have.
No, I was looking for Davis. He's our best. So sorry.
Yeah.
He gets this. The Sun Devil.
All right, let's see that Sun Devil magic.
Oh, Freehand says, throw the spitter. Oh, no, it doesn't have enough. Cobb has it.
That was an insurmountable task to win with the Mariners.
Apart. Detroit 2, Seattle 1. Seattle has lost 11 in a row. Justin Verlander picks up.
That was the hardest level.
1-0 on the season.
We ramped too soon.
Is the loser. He is now 2-2 on the season. Hank Greenberg hit home run number 5 on the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 28 minutes.
Now, normally we're out by 10 p.m. Eastern, and we're running a little late. So we try to keep it tight, but we didn't know we were going to have that much to deal with. Paxton, we had a bunch of NFL injuries during the show. Theismann and Ed Reed and Tim Krummerai broke his leg again.
Any information on the injury?
Yeah, let's see what the bad news is on Paxton. Oh, today only. So he stubbed his toe, strained a calf.
Gotcha.
So the news isn't bad for the Mariners, other than they lost their 11th straight and broke our personal winning streak. But yeah, it was Hank Greenberg with the go-ahead homer, 2 for 3, 1 run.
Man, we didn't even get Ichiro on base. How did we not manage that?
No, Verlander
Martinez?
was tough.
Jeez. Our first 3 guys had no hits.
I mean, it was pretty much Verlander taking care of business, but Griffey walked once, and stole base, but it was all Verlander. And look, Boots had good stuff today, but he only threw 3 pitches. So yeah. Anyway,
yeah. As Rob says, a bruised cuticle. Yeah,
you can't win them all. And kudos to Teno's fine stewardship of his Detroit Tigers tonight. The Tigers win it on Eternal Baseball 2-1. We'll have the rest of the schedule out tomorrow. If you're new, thanks for joining us. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. That always helps on YouTube. And you can find us at eternalbaseball.com or on Facebook or Twitter. Eternal Baseball, not hard to find. Games every day except Friday. That's when our exclusively free newsletter comes out. You can sign up for that on the homepage too. So good show this week. Should have a show next week. And then we're off for Christmas. So plan accordingly, even though I know you'll be tired of your families by Christmas night. There ain't no way Brent and I are getting on Christmas night. Not that we don't want to.
Yes.
But, yeah. So
that's Mark's fault. I was all for it, but.
Right? Yeah, Brent lobbied. We voted and I won. So anyway, happy holidays to everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us, gang.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And we will see you next time on the Eternal Baseball Podcast.